Hello. Before we begin, I'd just like to give you a moment to appreciate my amazing shirt, which has quite a lot of frogs on it, and I'm very excited to have it, and it was on clearance, so I'm extra excited, maybe a little bit too excited, but I am, very excited to be wearing this excellent frog shirt. So I'm going to calm down about the shirt. It was on clearance, and it's got frogs on it, so, I'm very happy to have it. But I just wanted to give you a minute to go, nice shirt, because it is. It's a very nice shirt. It's got frogs on. Oh, you can't really see because my hair's... Go that side. Oh, my frogs. Okay. Work in Progress Wednesday. It's been a little while since I've done one of these because I've been doing a lot of completed projects and doing like entire videos about beginnings to ends to things. That's what the previous few weeks have been. But I haven't got a completed project this week because I am back with the Morsbags. I bought a load of fabric a couple of weeks ago. One of the pieces of fabric I bought became the Hope dress that I showed you last week. And the rest has been chopped up into many, many bags, chopped up, pressed and ready to sew. So I've got quite a pile on my sewing table at the moment. I don't know how many because I didn't count. But I suppose we'll find out once I've sewn them all up and I can figure out from my little tally book. That's my little tally book. So I said on Twitter and, not YouTube, Facebook, that's the other one, yesterday if anyone had any questions about Morsbags, because that's how you create that's how you create content on the internet. You crowdsource your questions, which is what I did. So the first question I have is from Emily, who said, what is a Morsbag? And this is a Morsbag. It is a reusable shopping bag made from reclaimed, recycled or reused fabric. So this used to be a bedspread or a doona cover. It's got a little bit of excellent embroidery, so it's quite a sprawnsy bag, this one. I can't wait to see what the YouTube auto caption does to sprawnsy. So that's basically it. They're free, reusable shopping bags made out of recycled fabric. They are, as I said, given away for free because the initial project was... Try this with words. The initial project, I'm doing so well. The initial project began when plastic shopping bags were free in major supermarkets in the UK and over here as well at the time. These days they're not because we've mostly gotten rid of single-use plastic bags, theoretically. But at the time, plastic bags were free and reusable bags cost money. And the person who started this, Claire Morsman, decided that wasn't fair. So that's why they're free. And that's why they're made out of reclaimed and recycled fabric. So that is the essential, short, in a nutshell answer to that question. I'm just going to hang that on my tripod. And nothing bad happened. Excellent. So, other questions that I have had. My friend Mandy, hi Mandy, asked if Morsbags is just in Australia, and absolutely no, it's not. It actually began in the UK, I think in 2007. Do not quote me on that, although why you would, I don't know. But if you look at the world map on the Morsbags website, you will see that there are makers all over the world. Every little pin on this map is a group or a solo person like myself. Some people do it in groups, some people do it alone, I do it alone. But every single one of those pins is somebody making Morsbags. Some people are making more than others, but the point is that they're all making them. So it is absolutely global. The biggest concentration is probably in the UK because that's where the movement began. And then my friend Brian, hello Brian, asked me how much fabric and thread have you used? And that made me do maths. So I don't know that I'm speaking to you, Brian, but I'll answer your question first. So I did some rough maths this morning, very rough maths, and figured out that each bag, including the handles, is about half a square metre. I'm so good at numbers. So each bag, including handle, is about half a square metre of fabric. So you can then do some exciting maths. Sorry, I do keep shaking the tripod. You can do some exciting maths and realise that 2 bags would be 1 square metre of fabric. So, as of time of recording, which is today, the 11th of May, at whatever time it is, 2:30, 3 o'clock, I don't know. I have done, hang on, because I have the answer here, but I can't double it in my head. So as of right now, I've done 2,292 bags. So that gives me 1,146 square metres of fabric. I don't know what that is in imperial. You will have to do that maths yourself. Also asked how much thread I've used. So I figured out, now these are working on the basis that all of the bags are exactly the same size, which they mostly are. I tend to stick to the template. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, so we're ballpark figure here. but I've done about 10.9 kilometres in seams on these bags, because there are several seams on the bags. So if you add it all up, it's about 10.9 kilometres, plus a little bit extra for sewing on the labels, which I didn't add in because I didn't want to further complicate my maths issues. Thank you, Brian. The other question that I got asked today by a friend was, do you ever get sick of making them? And generally no, because I do it in batches, so I'm not sort of making all the time. I mean, looking at my very official logbook here, which has got a frog on the front, let's see, so I made, in 2022 so far, I made one in March and one in April, and then yesterday is when I started this batch. So I take a lot of breaks. I do them in bits and pieces, so I don't really get sick of making them, but I suppose I do stop from time to time and just go, I'm going to do something else for a while. But they whip up really quickly. They're easy to do. You can watch something on a DVD. You can, remember DVDs? Do you remember them? I've got a DVD player. It's tiny. It's about that big. And I watch DVDs on it because I am old-fashioned. And also because my internet connection is very slow and it's not fun for streaming things. This is not relevant. I'm just explaining that I'm old-fashioned. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you can do other stuff. Well, you can listen to audiobooks, podcasts, whatever, while you're sewing, and they do whip up quite quickly. Satisfying to make. So I do it in batches, basically. The other little bit of paper I've got flopping around here in my book is my label. Now I put these on the bags that I release freely into the wild. That sounds much more exciting than it really is. What it really is I hang one of these labels on it, and then I hang it on a fence near a shop. That's as exciting as releasing a bag into the wild gets. So I do keep a lot of bags for things like if somebody buys something from my shop, they get it sent in a bag, in a post pack, obviously. People sometimes ask for them because they've got a project on, they've got a stall or something. I've sent them to schools, I've sent them to food banks, all sorts of places, because people know that I have them and know that I make them, so there's a pretty good chance that I've got a few to hand, and if there isn't, then I can whip some up. But sometimes I go, I've got too many to hand, I don't need this many, I'm going to send some out into the wild. So I've made these tags, which are on scrap paper, and it basically says free. That's the important word, big red free, because I figure if you're walking through the shops and you see a shopping bag hanging on a railing, you would assume it belongs to somebody. But if you put a big free on it, somebody will take it. And I think I put out 10 today while I was out just before I walked the dog, and they had all been picked up by the time I got back from walking the dog. So that's exciting. Anyway, it also says, this reusable shopping bag is 100% free. Please take it and use it instead of plastic bags, which is permission to take the bag that's hanging on the fence. Morsbags are handmade from recycled, reclaimed and scrap fabrics, keeping fabric out of landfill and helping to reduce plastic bag use. For more information, morsbags.com. This bag is machine washable, line dry. I don't know if they are tumble dryable, because some fabrics aren't, and I don't have a dryer, so I can't check. So just to be safe, I'm saying line dry. But that goes on the bags. I hang it with a bit of thread or yarn left over from weaving, so that people know that it's ready for them to take and they can take it and enjoy it. But that is what I'm working on at the moment. I think it's just started to rain, so I'm going to wrap this up so that I don't get my fantastic shirt wet. Have you seen my fantastic shirt? It has got frogs on it. So I'm going to go and finish sewing up because I'm heading up for 2,300 and I might get there today. Then again, I might not. I've got a coffee to finish and I haven't made my bed yet. So that's the other thing about Morsbags. There's no deadlines, there's no pressure, there's no rush. At your own pace. So thank you very much for watching me bang on about Morsbags again. Everybody needs a cause, and that's one of mine. So I will see you next week. I was going to say something else, but there is quite a lot of cutout bags on my table. So maybe I will see you next week with some more bags. Maybe not. I haven't done much on the cross stitch. That's why I haven't shown you her, because it's not worth showing you at this point. There's so little progress made. So maybe next week I'll show you some cross-stitch progress. I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery we will enter together. It's very exciting. Again, thank you for watching. I will see you next week. You take care of yourself. Bye.